This is awkward, but what's gonna happen? Maybe I should hold the camera like this. It might be better. I don't know. Hi. This is my front room. Hopefully I can get a TV in here. I don't know. I just, in my head, said, you know what? When you feel like recording, you're going to start recording. And it will become a video one day. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I don't know if I've talked about it before, but this is like the most awkward thing to me, talking to a camera, especially since I don't do a script or anything. I try to make it authentic, which is why I never record videos, because when it's authentic, it's just happening with me. It's not like a pause in time where I run and get a camera and say, this is about to be a good film. And even though I grew up in the era of technology, it's like I was attached to it, but not to the documentary part of everything, where everything has to be filmed. Like, I feel like I was able to enjoy it. I didn't, because I knew filming it, I was not going to look back. And that doesn't stimulate me, filming. I feel like that's maybe something for everybody else. Maybe that's why it's being done. I don't understand it really. So really today, I more so wanted to get into how fast everything is happening. And I wanted to talk about that. Things are like, and it's not like I didn't know it was coming because of the year we're in. Just like everybody's getting karma so quick, and right now we're currently getting into Mercury retrograde. We're in the shadowing phase at this moment, but they're revolving doors right now. At least that's how it is for me. I'm going to speak strictly from my perspective, or try to. It's a lot of I'm prepared, and look at, if you know me, the irony. Anyways, it's a lot of I want this, or more so, you're speaking something into your life and it's coming, or you're doing bad and it's coming. I'm forgetting my perspective. I'm speaking, and it's like I'm in these moments having to be more aware and conscious of how I'm feeling, and also how I'm manifesting. In this time right now, it doesn't feel like it's something I'm just chatting about. It feels like I'm drawing a picture when I talk a lot of times. And in the past years, it felt like that. And more so, I would get the results a year or so later. But it's like, as I got more in tune with my consciousness behind my voice, or the consciousness in my voice, I should say, things start coming to fruition quicker. And then we got to this moment where, like I'm saying, it's like a revolving door. If my mind is on it and it's actually set, it's going to happen. I feel like this also has things to do with, of course, it has things to do with the planets, but it also has to do with what I'm involving in my life. So I'm reading books about rebranding myself and things like that. And then, the era is also at this time about rebranding yourself, because how you're going to be set for the next few years is based on what you're going to do this year. I don't want to just speak on my perspective in that light, because I want that to be something that you become aware of as well. And it's also stuff you're going to have to look into yourself. I dropped that gem strictly for you to know, however make your heart feel, that chakra, any chakra, get into it and listen to your body. And I would explore and find out about it. But during this time as well, the stars, the solar system is where it was during the last Civil War. I don't know if y'all been hearing about that, but that also has to do with, chaotic energy and that of the war. So, but let that not be the, thought behind it all. More so, let it be the thought of revolution and change, which war was initiated for, I'm going to say. What I'm getting at is focus your mind. Have a focus on what you're looking for. Have a focus on where you're going. It's like I've had a focus on where I've wanted to go all these years, but I never truly initiated or made any initiation or plans for it. And I bring that up because as I speak on it now, my body is starting to respond to what I want to do, who I want to become. And it's happening in my body, but it's taking place in my mind. And I do see those changes in thoughts. And I didn't plan this. That all strictly happened because of what I want out of my life. And that's something that plays in my mind daily. And how you think is what you bring into your life. And all I think about is, the best parts of my life. I'm not thinking about what happened in the past because I ain't trying to bring no familiarity from the past into what's going on now in my life. That past pain and etc. That's the last thing on my mind. It's not on my mind at all. My past is in my character. So my future's on my mind, etc. And I see myself being programmed to finally be who I want. Be who I need to be to do what I desire. And it's not about where you belong or what you're meant to do in this life. It's about what you make it and what you choose out of it. There can be a set plan for you, and you can achieve that through also following your own path, being who you are. And I'm learning and seeing that every day. I had to share that. And I'm going to try to continue doing little things like this. I really want to start some form of a podcast or something like that and cover little topics and things of that sort. Honestly, it's been such a struggle for me doing things like this because, like I said, this is awkward. And a lot of times I try to lean on other people to follow my dreams. And nothing came of it. Nothing came to fruition because when I thought of my dreams, I thought of me. But I tried to group people in when I tried to initiate it, but they are not in my final plan of who I want to become. So they weren't able to help me succeed because it was my plan from jump. And not saying that they didn't have what we did in mind, but I've always known I've wanted to do something like this. And, the biggest obstacle will be you wanting to have to do everything with somebody and having your hand held. And that's what's definitely been, it's not like I haven't already known that. I have very codependent issues and those are being fixed like today. But like I said, it's not like I haven't always known it. It's applying and taking the effect it needs to in my life when I need to become who I want to be. So because of how I think, because of how I move, because of how I allow obstacles to take place into my life, I wasn't able to achieve what I desired as quickly as I wanted because I wasn't taking those steps and I didn't have that plan. Plan your life out is what I'm saying. Plan your next move out. If you don't see nobody else involved with you in the plan, that means you need to do it alone. And when you're going through that plan, I'm reading this book about rebranding yourself, as I stated. The book doesn't talk about you thinking of the failures and how things could go wrong because that's destined to happen. The book talks about you thinking of what could go right. And instead of, what if I'm late? Think about what's going to happen when you're on time and plan how good the speech will be. Plan how you won't stutter. You see where I'm going? Just keep that with you and make it what you would like as you do your life. Thank you for watching this to the end. If you did, I don't really have much to say about you following, subscribing, or liking the video. I more so wonder if I touched you. So thanks for hearing me out in that avenue. I hope to make a video soon because next week is in 3 days. I'm sorry, 2, because today's Saturday. And yeah, I'm going to start making those marks for myself and following up with them like I deserve. And I hope you do the same thing. TTYL.